Hey everybody, so today we're moving on to the next Metal Gear Solid game, Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. Now, I may have to pause the game briefly at some points, just so that I can refer to the instruction manual. I do have it next to me, just in case. It's going to be hard for me to remember absolutely everything that I've read in it, to begin with at least. But I think I've got the gist of it down. Some things in terms of the basic controls remain the same from what I've read. And in terms of the story, the brief overview of it, I believe it's set in the 1960s. Yeah, we're going back. And we're playing as Naked Snake. And I think we're looking for some guy called Sokolov or something like that. We've got to try and get him back. So, let's begin, shall we? We're going to take a look at the options first and then the special menu. So let's see here. Yes, vibration on, blood on, yes. Captions on, definitely. Well, that looks good to me. Exit. Special. Okay. Basic actions. We'll take a quick look. As you can see, there's a lot to it. Yeah, I read that when you hang from a tree, you can also fire your gun as well, so that's pretty cool. And we have to eat a lot of food. If we get wounded and injured, we can get poisoned and stuff like that. So, yeah. Let's take a look at... How about... We can also interrogate as well, apparently. We'll take a look at close quarter combat. Threaten, why not? Yeah, here we go. This is interrogate. Get some more information out of them, yeah. Okay. So that's that. I think we're good here. So, yep. We don't have any photos yet. Bonus. Sure, why not? Special camouflage key disc. Huh. Oh yeah, I think I read something about this. I think you can like use a music CD and you get your own camouflage. I think, or something like that. But we'll leave that. Okay. Back to the menu. And I think we're about ready to begin. I was kind of expecting them to do like an intro like in the second game. But no, straight to the menu. So let's get out of here. Snake vs. Monkey, eh? Huh. I think we'll look at that a bit later. So without further ado, let's jump on in. I'm also going to be playing on hard mode. But let's see what these questions are. I'm playing the Metal Gear Solid series for the first time. I like Metal Gear Solid 1. I like Metal Gear Solid 2. Well, my favourite is still the first one. So I'm going to choose that. Yeah, okay. Hard mode for confident players. And let's see what happens. Yeah, it's set in the Cold War era.
The world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Looks like we may be getting ready to be dropped in enemy territory somewhere. FX Fox, perhaps? Well, there it is on the plane, so yeah. Huh.
Flying over Pakistan. Altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off. Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Smoking a cigar.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
In his own time. Huh. Doesn't like to be
Does
rushed.
this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask. Depressurization complete. Checking oxygen supply. 6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch. Sunrise.
Time to go. Beautiful. Yeah.
External temperature.
At least it's not stormy weather or anything like that, so
2 minutes to drop
that's
off.
something.
Stand up. You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
That's fast.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear. Activate bailout bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
We're slowly getting closer.
For drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
And away we go. Nope. Wow. Okay. Let's hope we land safely.
Jack, I've got
And no
some
one's messed with our
important news.
parachute, hopefully.
The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our
Sokolov.
laws. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB
Sokolov, yeah,
754
okay.
Design Bureau, one of the
Wasn't
Soviet's
too sure how to
secret
pronounce it.
weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war.
I reckon he could have been working on Metal Gear, perhaps. Prototype.
President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then, a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selinoyarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Right, okay. Understood most of that. Oh. Open up your parachute. So his name is Jack. Right, okay. Like Raiden then. Coincidentally.
Listen up,
Oh,
Jack.
R1.
Mission is to infiltrate
What does that mean? Do I need to...
Soviet mountains, ensure the safety
Oh,
of Sokolov,
cool.
and bring him back to the west.
Wait. You can see the ground. Nice. coming ever closer. That's a nice touch, I like that.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking.
Ah, there we go. Do I have to guide him down, or?
Rescue Sokolov, stand by at
No.
the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Yeah. Well, at least we made it safely. Huh. That's the main thing. No legs broken or anything like that. I don't want to speak too soon, I. Ooh. Oh no. Spoke too soon. Damn it! I knew I shouldn't have said anything. We've lost our pack. Damn. So, like the second game, I'm going to be taking my time, see what happens basically, go with the flow, and spam call up my team when I get a new item or enter into a new area and stuff like that. Get rid of all that now, we don't need any of that. Boys by David once again. How to make a call? Yeah. But who to? Let's find out.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom.
Tom, right.
This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No. There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
Yeah.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you.
Right, okay.
If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Right. So, when he was talking about food and that, what I've read in the instruction manual, depending how you kill your food, it'll affect the quality of it. So yeah, there's that to consider as well. There's our life gauge and stamina bar underneath. Now, I must focus as well, intently, on the percentage bar. Yeah, only 10% camouflage at the moment. Look at that. 60! Wow! That's incredible. Okay, so. Oh, something's moving in the grass. An enemy? Or perhaps a rat or something like that. I'm not too sure. I want to make a few more calls. While we're here.
Snake, first you need to find that backpack you lost on the way down. Your backpack got caught on a tree to the north. Try heading in that direction.
Yeah.
Snake, you said your backpack got caught
So they've
on a
changed
tree
this a
branch,
bit.
right?
Yeah,
Was there ivy growing on the tree?
The whole codec
there
call.
was, but
And how it looks. That's pretty good.
Indeed. You can climb any ivy-covered tree by standing in front of the ivy and pressing the action button. Climb the tree and retrieve your backpack.
Yeah. Just him at the moment.
You can climb any ivy-covered
Is this
tree
all he's
by
going to say?
standing in front of
Oh, he
the
changed the
ivy and
picture.
pressing
Cool.
the action button.
Nice.
Climb the tree and retrieve your backpack.
That's a cool feature. Okay. Knife. That's it. Right, okay. For close combat, press square button to slash. Press firmly to stab. Press it repeatedly to make a combo attack. Yes, I do have to watch out for as well pressure sensitivity, yes, and how I press the buttons. That's going to be important. I'm going to have to be careful with that as well. But all right. This is our survival viewer menu. So, food, well, we have none at the moment. Ah, cool. Huh. Let's go back. Oh. Huh. Food, empty, empty, empty. Yep, nothing in the cage. Yeah, we can use like rat cages to catch them and stuff like that. From what I've read, options, we're fine with those, aren't we? Just want to make sure. Yeah, that's fine. And our map. Here we are. Okay. Small area to begin with, which is good. Well, all right. Backpack. Where is it? Somewhere. Oh, is that it there? Yeah. Over here. I think. Hang on. Where I saw it. Definitely over here, isn't it? It's got to be. It's where I saw it, like I say. Oh, what's this? Medicine? Developed by the USSR. Restores life. Okay, revival pill. Espionage pill developed by the CIA. Can wake up from fake death. Ah. Hey, that's pretty cool. Nice. 1 of 5, yeah. Now, this backpack. That's where I saw it, back here. Hang on, let me just quickly go back. Where is it? Oh, right, it's over there. Okay. Let's go this way then. Have a little look around at the same time. Ah, nice view there. Okay. Can't climb over this. No. No. Okay. Just want to test something out. Look at that. 80%. Wow. So that would be considered a high profile. You get high and low profiles depending on what you do, whether you stand or remain motionless, I believe, from what I read. So yeah. Okay. So I guess we need to go around the other way where we were going. Yeah. Okay. Splitter, olive, drab. Yeah. So we need to go down here. Okay. There it is! Oh, look! A snake! Hang on. Let's try and get it with the knife. Oh, there it goes. I don't want to be poisoned though. That's what I'm worried about at this point. Ha! Gotcha! Hey, there we go. That worked. My first kill. Great. That was good. I don't think I want to eat a butterfly though. Ugh. Yeah. That's probably asking too much to eat one of those, really. But I suppose needs must. If you really had to. Probably wouldn't go down too well, though. Now let's climb up here, shall we? He said the action button, didn't he? Ah, there we go. Easy. Easy. Ta-da! Oh. Hello.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone.
That's not good.
So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
We're used to that.
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself.
We're on our own then,
I'm
like
afraid
usual.
so. You've been given a
Yeah.
fake death pill for that purpose. SAS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean
Interesting.
that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
We'll have to see how that
Keep
goes.
in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who
Who
comes
are
with a
you?
parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
Right.
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency,
Right.
140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
The boss.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
That's quite precise.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your
That's true.
comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why, but you're looking for a reason to fight. You are a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake? Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit. A group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah. I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Yeah.
Where are you, boss? Next to the major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat. Don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Interesting calls there. So yeah, when they were talking about saving and your health, from what I read, depending on how much health you have left, if you save, then switch the console off and then later on come back, your health will increase. So I thought that was a pretty cool feature. Mechanic, so yeah. And what about the silencer deteriorating, eh? After a time. The more shots we do. Got to be careful. When it comes to things like that. Okay. Well, just hang on a moment. I want to see what we've got and make a few calls. So, MK22, tranquilizer gun, yeah. And what else? Oh, we also have a mic. Yeah, cool. And that's that. AP sensor, yeah. Like in Metal Gear Solid 2, consumes battery power while used. We also have a scope. Nice. Hey, a cigar. Our lucky charm, I guess. Fake death pill, yep. And revival. Cool, cool. Okay, and that is it. So, anything else around here? Nope. Oh, it's a butterfly. Okay. Let's make a few calls, like I said. Let's see. I want to call up the boss a few times.
Camouflage is an indispensable tool when you're sneaking through the jungle. To use camouflage, first press the Start button to go to the Survival viewer. Then select Camouflage and press the Enter button. Select Uniform to select Battle Fatigues, and Face to select Face Paint. Choose battle fatigues that match the surrounding environment. The most effective camouflage is attained by selecting fatigues that blend in with the environment. Camouflage patterns that stand out in your surroundings will attract attention.
Oh, yeah.
Visibility is poor in the jungle, so you'll be finding yourself in a lot of unexpected encounters. Naturally, this means that close quarters combat will be more important than ever.
So I'll have plenty of chances to use CQC then.
That's right. In proximity encounters, firing a gun isn't necessarily the best response to every situation. It's only one option among many. Rather than taking the time to draw, aim, and fire a gun, engaging your opponent in hand-to-hand combat can sometimes be a faster and more reliable way of subduing him. Besides, in a sneaking mission like this one, it's too dangerous to go around firing your gun. You'll end up revealing yourself to the enemy.
Yeah, I know. You created CQC to deal with exactly this type of situation.
With your help, of course. In a battle situation, you'll only have a split second to decide how to attack. Use the weapon button to attack using a weapon, and the CQC button to attack using CQC. Press the CQC button once to throw a punch.
Right.
Pressing it multiple times in succession will allow you to deliver a combo attack. But striking your opponent is just one aspect of CQC. It doesn't really start to shine until you've got your enemy in a hold. Press and hold down the CQC button to grab your opponent with your right hand. From there, you can use the left analog stick to knock your opponent off balance and throw him to the ground. This can be used to knock an opponent out in a single blow. If you don't press the left analog stick, grapple with your enemy until you're behind them and can get your knife to their throat. Grabbing an enemy from behind and holding your knife against his
We'll have to see how
throat
that
will
goes.
render him virtually powerless. From this point, there are several things you can do. Press the CQC button hard to slit the enemy's throat with your knife. Move the left analog stick and press the CQC button to throw the enemy to the ground. Lightly tap the CQC button rapidly to choke the enemy. You can use this to knock him out or even kill him if you do it long enough. By continuing to hold down the CQC button, you can move around while keeping your grip on the enemy. By pressing the weapon button, you can aim your currently equipped weapon at another enemy. With their comrade acting as a human shield, the enemy will be reluctant to attack.
You could do that in the second game as well.
Move the left analog stick around to press your knife against the enemy and demand information. You'll be surprised at how much you can learn this way. But don't get too complacent. While your enemy may be powerless in your grip, he'll use any opportunity he can to counterattack.
I also read as well, if you have a weapon equipped and do close quarter combat, you can cause more damage that way as well. Something like that, I believe.
You can only use CQC to grab enemies when your right hand is free to grab and pull them toward you. In other words, when you're barehanded or equipped with a one-handed weapon like a survival knife or a handgun. You won't be able to grab hold of enemies when equipped with two-handed weapons, such as the assault rifle or weapons such as hand grenades that don't leave your right hand free to control the enemy.
So in other words, I can't throw enemies with CQC when I'm holding an assault rifle or a hand grenade.
Exactly. Don't forget it.
Easy enough to remember, I think, really. Just one-handed weapons.
I see you're wearing the olive drab uniform.
That's right.
Olive drab, or OD for short, is what you might call the pre-camouflage uniform. Plain-colored OD fatigues are still worn by infantry today, but they'll be replaced sooner or later by patterned camouflage. As you can see, it's got no colors or markings on it, so of course it won't make a very effective disguise. You should change into some other type of camouflage as soon as you can.
Right, will do.
Normally, you would ask a fellow soldier how well your camouflage is working. But this is a solo sneaking mission, so nobody out there is on your side.
That's
You have
what
to determine
the
how well
percentage
your
symbol's
camouflage
for,
is
though, isn't it?
working by yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry, that's what the camo index is for. The camo index tells you how well you've imitated the surroundings. The higher the index, the more well disguised you are. With a high enough camo index, you can even fool enemies inches away. If you are in an area where encounters are a high concern, keep your camo index high. Got it?
Yeah, I'll try to at least. Okay.
In my day, I did my share of sneaking into enemy territory.
You mean since World War II?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Mostly
World War
snatch
II, yeah.
missions.
Snatch mission. That's where you abduct an enemy officer without killing him, right?
Right. That's where I got the original idea for CQC. In a snatch mission, taking out the target's escorts by shooting them is not an option. If the enemy hears the gunshot, they'll know there's an intruder and tighten security. And the target will sense danger and try to get away.
You needed a way to take out the guards and secure the target without making a sound.
That was the idea. The CQC style that you and I developed is based on the techniques I cultivated during those missions. So...
First time I've heard this.
Huh?
You've never told me any of this before.
I didn't?
No. Why? Why didn't you tell me this before? Why now?
I have my reasons. This is a solo sneaking mission. There's no one out there to support you. You'll need to be more than just a soldier. You'll have to be a medic, a pilot, and
We've already killed a snake.
You don't need to remind
Went
me.
pretty well.
I'm glad to hear that.
Glad to hear what?
That you haven't changed a bit. The truth is, you're nervous, aren't you?
I'm not nervous.
There's no need to be
A little bit.
No one's
Must
ever
admit.
attempted a mission like this before. In fact, you might say that getting nervous is the natural way to react. Relax. That's why you have the survival viewer. The survival viewer contains everything you'll need to stay alive in the field. Use camouflage to change your
Yeah.
camouflage.
Like I said before.
Backpack to select a weapon. Food to eat. And cure to heal yourself. The map option lets you view the map. And the options function lets you change the settings to suit your individual style. The survival viewer is going to be your best friend in this mission, so learn to make the most of it.
Okay.
Choose battle fatigues that match the surrounding environment. The most effective camouflage is attained by selecting fatigues that blend in with the environment. Camouflage patterns that stand out in your surroundings will attract attention.
So after this call, let's call up the paramedic.
I see you caught yourself a reticulated python.
I did.
The reticulated python is said to be the longest snake in the world. The biggest ones can grow up to 10 meters in length. Although they're not poisonous, they're still very dangerous, so be careful around them. They have a highly ferocious temperament, and they can swallow whole, even large animals like deer and pigs. Their most distinguishing feature is the mesh pattern of their scales. This pattern acts as a highly effective natural camouflage. If you think there might be a reticulated python about, pay close attention to your surroundings. Otherwise, you could get bitten before you even know it's there. It's a huge snake, but you should be able to capture it alive by using the tranquilizer gun. I'll bet if you capture one and throw it at an enemy, it'll give him a good scare.
That's a good idea.
Right. How do they taste?
Huh?
Do they taste good?
You're actually going to eat one.
Why else would I be asking?
Cannibal.
What was that?
Nothing. Let's see what the guide says. Ah, you're in luck.
Very good.
It says they taste pretty good.
Good. I can hardly wait.
Yeah.
Snake, that area is inhabited by the giant anaconda. The giant anaconda is believed to be the largest snake in the world in terms of weight and diameter. It's not poisonous, but its large size makes it extremely powerful. They say it even eats crocodiles. Its only natural predator...
Crocodiles?
And snake.
And snake. The giant anaconda is a very large snake, but you should be able to capture it alive using the tranquilizer gun.
Got it. So how does it taste?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
Glad I didn't disappoint you. So?
Well, the guide says it tastes all right.
Good. I'll have to try some.
Yeah, at some point. Another call?
Snake, that area is inhabited by magpies. Magpies are members of the crow family. They're distinguishable by their beautiful dark blue and white bodies and their long tails. Their favorite food is insects, but they'll also eat small fish, acorns, and fruit. They're omnivores, which means...
Good to know that I can eat birds as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like you, huh? If you use the tranquilizer
And not just
gun,
ones
you
that
should
are on
be
the
able to capture
ground.
magpies alive.
Different animals on that.
Okay. So how do they taste?
You always ask me that.
Naturally. So?
I've never heard of anybody actually eating a magpie, but I suppose there's no reason you couldn't.
It's always a first.
Say.
Oh.
She doesn't seem too impressed at the end of these calls, but okay.
Snake, that area should be inhabited by tree frogs. The tree frog is a green frog that's found throughout Asia. It's arboreal, spending most of its time in shrubs and bushes. Use the tranquilizer gun to catch one alive. I bet you could scare an enemy good if you toss one at him. But the tree frogs that live in that jungle are a lot bigger than ordinary tree frogs.
They've got an appetite, huh?
You've got a one-track mind, don't you? But seriously, that is one theory. However, there are people who think it's a mutation caused by nuclear testing and waste from the research facility.
Do you think they're safe to eat?
Is that all you ever think
I was just
about?
thinking that.
What else is there?
Lots.
Like what?
Like why a frog would get so big in the first place. Whether it's a temporary phenomenon created by a unique environment, or a permanent mark of evolution, or a product of the toxic waste coming out of the research facility. If it is the waste that's causing it, then it means humans are interfering with the ecosystem. It really makes you think about the changing relationship between...
This isn't interesting.
Oh, fine. Be that way.
So, how about it?
You mean, is it edible?
Yeah.
Right, we can eat
I
it.
guess it's probably okay.
Probably.
I don't know.
Don't sound very sure.
The guide doesn't say anything.
Pretty useless guide, if you ask me.
Well, try one for dinner and you can help improve it.
Yeah, we could do that. Okay, another call?
The gauge below your life gauge is your stamina gauge. It shows, as the name suggests, your remaining stamina. As you consume stamina, your natural life regeneration is slowed and your hands shake more. Your O2 gauge and grip gauge also become shorter. Excessively low stamina can often impede your mission objectives. Make sure you replenish stamina before that occurs.
Right. Okay, let's call up now then Major Tom. See what else he has to say.
Sokolov should be at the abandoned factory to the north, so head in that direction.
Oh, that was quick. Huh.
Snake, intelligence indicates that that area is outside the enemy's cordon, so you shouldn't have any unexpected encounters with enemy patrols. I think it will be a good idea to take this time to get accustomed to using your camouflage, hunting for food, and
I was thinking the same thing.
survival viewer. If you have any questions about camouflage or CQC, ask the boss.
Already done that.
Paramedic is the medical correspondent for this mission. Ask her about hunting for food and medical
Yeah,
treatment.
done that too.
Also, she has documents detailing flora and fauna in the operation locale. Contact her if you need detailed information on any of the plants and animals in your area.
Yes. Okay.
Snake, remember
Good to know that we
this
can use
operation
plants as
is a
well,
solo
so,
sneaking
yeah.
mission.
Not just
We'll
animals.
be providing you with support
What have
over
you?
the radio, but out in the field, you're on your own. There's no backup. And there's no way you'll survive a battle with a large enemy contingent. Avoid engagement whenever possible. Your highest priority in this mission is staying out of sight.
Yeah.
Snake, did you find food?
Yeah,
I did.
You sound happy.
I am.
Do you know how to eat it? Then let me
I
explain.
don't need to eat it yet.
To eat food, press the start button to enter the survival viewer, then
Yeah.
select food.
We looked at that
Select
earlier.
the food you want to eat and press the enter button. Select eat and you will eat the selected food. When you eat, you will recover your stamina, but the extent of recovery depends on what you eat. When your stamina is down only slightly, you should save your tastier morsels for later. But don't leave food for too long or it'll rot. This is where a little planning ahead goes
That's
a
any
long
trouble.
way.
Besides eating food, you can throw it at enemies to confuse them. So remember, food is not just for eating.
So we heard. Not sure how well that would go, but yeah, I'm sure I can give that a go. Once I've got some more food, that is. Don't want to be throwing it now, to be honest.
Snake, when your stamina gets low, it negatively affects your physical abilities. You've got to replenish your stamina before it runs out.
The gauge below your life gauge is your stamina gauge. It shows, as the name suggests, your remaining stamina. As you consume stamina, your natural life regeneration is slowed and your hands shake more. Your O2 gauge and grip gauge also become shorter. Excessively low stamina can often impede your mission objectives. Make sure you replenish stamina before that occurs. Eat food to recover stamina. Capture plants and animals to get food. I have information on the local plants and animals, so don't hesitate to ask.
Right, okay. Now. Hang on. Now go to start. Rival viewer. Camouflage. Whoops. And press circle. There we go. Face. Woodland. UK. Face paint that mimics the British flag. Wow, okay. Italy. Wow. Woodland. Ah, cool. Hang on. Yeah. Goes up by 5%. Nice. Okay. And then uniform. Leaf. Squares. Minus 15. Yeah, we don't want that. Tree bark. Okay, cool. What about, leaf then? Hey, that's cool. I like this. No. Didn't mean to do that. But cool, yeah, look at that. 90% now. Awesome. Yeah. 2.8 kilograms, 2.7. Right. Okay, yeah. Can swap out different equipment. Right. Nice one. And the snake is 0.3 kilograms. Right. Okay. So then, I just want to make another call. I'm going to have something equipped so they can talk about the item. We'll start with the knife, I think. And call up boss. Yeah.
I see you're wearing the leaf pattern camouflage.
I am.
The leaf pattern was developed to provide cover in forest environments. The U.S. military isn't the only one using it. Countries that anticipate operating in forest environments are developing various types of patterns, each suited to the vegetation of the particular region. The Soviets and the Eastern European countries all use their own unique patterns. Leaf pattern camo will give you an especially low profile in areas of thick vegetation.
Yeah. You gonna talk about the knife?
I see you've got the survival knife equipped. The survival knife is a necessity in the field. Press the weapon button to swing the knife. Press it repeatedly to perform a combo attack. The knife lets you kill an enemy silently, so you should find it useful when the situation calls for stealth. In addition to fighting the enemy, you can also use the knife to capture wild animals.
Yep, we did that.
One knife can provide you with everything you need to survive in the field. Use it well.
Will do. Let's see if Major Tom has anything to say about it.
If you have any questions about camouflage or CQC, ask the boss.
Perhaps he's not the one to ask about that sort of thing. One more go. See if he mentions it.
If you have any
No,
questions
okay, he's
about
not
camouflage
interested.
or CQC,
Fair enough. Right. Out of there then. Let's swap over to the MK22. Yeah. Whoops.
You should be able to find Russian oyster mushrooms in that area.
Right, okay. Huh.
The Russian oyster mushroom is an edible variety that belongs to the shimeji family. It's known to be particularly rich in vitamin B1 and niacin. Apparently, it's usually found growing on tree stumps and hollow logs, so look there if you want to eat some.
I think I may have seen some. Okay.
The gun you're using is a test model of a suppressor-equipped pistol currently in development by the Navy that's been modified by the CIA into a tranquilizer gun. The suppressor-equipped pistol it's derived from is itself being developed for use by special forces based on the M39.
The Mark 22.
That's what they're going to call it if they decide to adopt it for official use. It uses a slide lock mechanism that will keep the firing sound down to a minimum.
But I'll have to reload it by hand every time I fire, right?
Right. You won't be able to fire multiple shots at once, so make every shot count. Aim for the enemy's vital spots. There's talk of designing the Mark 22 to accommodate special subsonic rounds. But for this mission, you'll be using specifically designed tranquilizer rounds. In a way, these tranquilizer rounds are like miniature syringes. When one of them strikes a target, the impact causes a needle contained within to shoot out. At the same time, chemicals inside the round are mixed to create a gas, which pushes the plunger and injects the tranquilizer into the target. You can knock out an enemy immediately by shooting them in the head. But if you shoot them in the arm or leg, the tranquilizing agent will take some time to set in.
Yeah.
Aim carefully.
Try and get headshots when I can. Okay. So, let's equip the mic.
Ah, you've got a directional microphone. The directional microphone is a high-performance listening device. When you equip it, you'll go into first-person view, where the microphone will pick up sounds in whichever direction it's facing. By pointing the microphone into the forest, you can sometimes hear the footsteps of enemy soldiers lurking beyond the trees. In jungle combat, success depends on how well you can sense the enemy's presence. Use it wisely.
I will. Now, anything? Not really. No. Okay. Put that away. So, what about these oysters he was talking about? Sure, I saw some. But we can't go back now, which is a shame. At least, I don't think we can, unless... Ah, we can. Nice. Where did I see them? I think over here. Yeah. I'll use my knife. Oh, there we go. Hey. Nice one. Well, alright. That was good. So I now have a mushroom and a snake. Yeah. Cool. Get back under here. Sorted. So then, give me a moment. Let's equip the sensor.
You're wearing the woodland face paint, I see. The woodland face paint is designed for use in forests.
Is she not going to mention the
It'll give
sensor?
you a high level of camouflage in a wooded environment. Try using woodland paint when you're traveling through the forest.
Maybe not. Let's just see.
It takes more than just clothes.
No,
to
she's
make
not
face
mentioning it.
paint. To camouflage yourself effectively, you'll need to wear face paint.
Maybe she doesn't need to,
Face
really.
paint is camouflage applied to the face. Bare skin sticks out like a sore thumb in the jungle, so always protect yourself with face paint. Choose a color that matches the features of your surroundings, and use your finger to apply the face paint. Start by applying a light color, then gradually move up in darkness. That way, even if you make a mistake, you can cover it up with a later, darker color. In order to flatten the appearance of your face, use light colors on areas of the face that recede, and dark colors on areas that protrude. Open the survival viewer, go to camouflage, then select face, and you'll find a selection of face paints. Be sure to select a face paint that makes you blend right into your surroundings, okay?
Okay, so she's not going to mention that. Fair enough. So then, anything else around here? Oh, hang on. Butterflies again. Anything else moving? Nope. I don't think so. Only us. I'm just going to quickly go back under here. Right. Now. Anything moving here? Yes, there is. Let's take a look, shall we? Ah, look! Frog! Aha! Hey! Should I use my knife, or should I use my Mark 22? Try and capture it alive. Oh. Yes! I got it! Haha! This hunting's going really well, actually. Frog B! Hey hey! Nice one! I'm happy with that. Cool, cool. Well, alright. Well, I think I'm going to end the first episode here today, so thank you very much for watching. We'll take a quick look at the frog as well. While we're here. Tree frog. Tree frog captured alive, taste unknown, possibly edible. Yeah. Okay. Nice one. And next time, we will head up there and see what awaits us. Have a quick save now.
Saving the game, Snake?
I am. Long saving times. Just a little bit. But there we go.
Hey, Snake? You ever heard of Godzilla King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't
Yes.
seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version, too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America, too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course. Everybody loves
Oh,
Godzilla.
yeah. I think there's a new one now. I think.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough,
I think there's a anime Godzilla as well. Different variations.
That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
Okay. Bye for now, everybody.